Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about Meadows and his attempt to get his case removed to federal court and how that played out. Not well for Meadows. But again, I would like to point out that I still think that this would have been a bad move anyway, but it now doesn't matter. The judge said, the evidence before the court overwhelmingly suggests that Meadows was not acting in the scope of executive branch duties during most of the overt acts alleged. Went on to say, the court finds the color of the office of the White House Chief of Staff did not include working with or working for the Trump campaign, except for simply coordinating the president's schedule, traveling with the president to his campaign events, and redirecting communications to the campaign. Thus consistent with his testimony and the federal statutes and regulations, engaging in political activities exceeds the outer limits of the office of the White House Chief of Staff. So, his attempt to get it removed, no, it's not happening. Meadows was arguably the best positioned to have their case removed. The rest of them, most of them, they don't have a chance. Clark, maybe. This has a really low bar to have this happen. To get a case removed, it's a pretty low legal threshold. Meadows couldn't meet it. So it seems unlikely that many, if anybody else, will be able to. One thing that is interesting is that the judge said that the Hatch Act was, quote, helpful in defining the outer limits of the scope of the White House Chief of Staff's authority. That's funny if you are familiar with Meadows and his famous quote about the Hatch Act, which was, nobody outside the Beltway really cares. Seems like some people in Georgia do. So, at this point, Meadows now has to recalibrate his entire defense. It remaining in state court puts Meadows in a position where he might decide to examine other options available to him. The other defendants who are looking at this as their way out, it's important to understand Meadows was the White House Chief of Staff. And because of the activities and how far removed they were from what a federal employee is supposed to be doing, he couldn't make it. It seems incredibly unlikely that some of those who are looking at or pursuing this route have even the slimmest chance. So it does look like the overwhelming majority of this will occur in Georgia State Court. That's not great for the people who are trying to get their case removed, but it is really bad for Trump, because now there are going to be a bunch of people who are now looking for a way out of the mess that they are in. And I think at this point, most people have realized that those who end up going to trial and being associated with Trump, if I'm not mistaken, every single one of them has been found guilty. That is probably going to start to weigh on people. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.